Now I want to look deeper into some aspects that make us who we are, that shape our identities. Kluckhohn created a framework of 5 basic values he found in every culture. The first one is human nature. What is the character of human nature? It can be evil, which represents the belief that human nature is basically evil. It can remain evil, or it can change, but generally there is a distrust of strangers. Or human nature can be a mixture, either both good and bad, or neither good nor bad. But this group also believes that it can change. Someone may start as good and become evil, or vice versa. The third group is that human nature is basically good. Again, they can change over their lifetime, but generally people are trustworthy. As you can see, any one culture can have people who hold any or all of these values. In fact, I feel like there are times in my life where I believe all 3 aspects of human nature. Having said that, though, the rest of the values are a little easier to identify as being true of most people in a certain culture. Moving on. The next one is about the relationship of people to nature. Some cultures believe that they are at the mercy of nature. This is a fatalistic viewpoint. Others believe that we live in harmony with nature, and others believe that humans can master nature, or at least most parts of nature. Which view represents the United States? If you said mastery over nature, you're correct. Which one represents your culture? Next is time. We've looked at time in terms of polychromic and monochromic, but this is a little different. Some cultures are past-oriented, where they revere the past and believe that whatever has been traditionally done is the best and only way to do things. Some are present-oriented, so that they feel that neither the past nor the present are better than right now. Some cultures are future-oriented. These cultures believe that the future will be better than now, and change is good. Which represents the U.S.? You probably said future-oriented because that is correct. Another example, the other day I was talking to a professor, and he was explaining to me why he is always happy. He essentially said, I'm happy now because it is now. I have no control over what happened yesterday. That is done and gone. And I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. So I should be happy today. So which view does that represent? Yes, present orientation. And by the way, he is from Colombia. Moving on, the next value is how cultures look at activity. For some cultures, just being is important. It is not about doing anything. Who you are is more important than what you do. Other cultures have more of a belief that being should lead to growth. So they also think that being is more important than doing, but they think that we should always be looking to develop and grow our inner being. The third view is that doing is more important than being. We are defined by what we do and what tasks we accomplish. Interestingly, this results in an emphasis on decision-making and problem-solving skills. Clearly, the U.S. believes in the doing category. How about you? What do you value? What does your culture value? The fifth and final value in Kluckhohn's framework looks at the relationship among people. Some believe in lineal relationships, where authority depends upon where you are in the line. Some believe in collateral relationships, so there is equality among relationships, and people make their own decisions, but only after discussing the options with friends or family or someone in their life. Then some believe in individualism, where an individual controls their own life and everyone is equal. As we know, the U.S. falls into the individualistic category. All right, these values are just another tool to help us understand our own culture and the cultures of our students. Since these are deeply held beliefs, they strongly influence our identities, often without our knowing, of course, because they're invisible. Keep these in mind as we talk about conflict next week.